You want me looking at the camera? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, just.
I'll just start over.
Yeah.
Name's Taci Bettis, from Hempstead, Texas. That's where Taci and I, kind of both grew up together in Waller County.
I'm Taci Bettis' mom. Sure am.
Trying to barrel racer Taci Bettis, headed to her first Wrangler National Finals rodeo. Wow, 94,000 for the year. You surprised?
Yes. Yes and no. I didn't expect to do it the first year.
Yeah.
But I knew that he had the ability to do it. I just didn't think it was going to be on this first year. I thought we were just going to get our feet wet a little bit,
right.
But he seemed to have better plans for
Right.
both of us.
Right.
She actually, I've had her on a horse practically from, she started riding before she started walking, I think, I didn't rodeo at all. I mean, I was always at rodeos and at every, Houston, rodeo Houston, Waller County. I mean, wherever we go, we'd always, that was just, I don't know, we were just raised up like that, even though my mom and dad didn't rodeo or nothing like that. And I had a brother that did and his two boys did. And then I've always liked it, so I said, I'm gonna get Taci see if she likes it, and oh my God, she loved it from the word. I mean, like I said, from when she was little bitty, she always wanted to go fast. She wanted to go fast because she wanted to win. The day she turned 3, it so happened it fell on a Saturday, and I had her a birthday party that afternoon, family, friends, house full of people. But I had her signed up at the Little Britches Rodeo here in Hempstead that night.
So I've always been obsessed with horses. When I was 3, I got a pony and I just fell in love with it, did whatever.
So after the birthday party and stuff, she had to take a nap and all that, and I got her ready that evening, and we hauled her horse over here to the fairgrounds, and that was actually her first real rodeo. She wanted to be outside on a horse all the time. The want to win, the determination, even from a little kid, she always wanted to do better than everybody. She strived because she wanted to be first. She didn't want to be second or third or fifth. She wanted to be first. Taci's brother is 13 years older than her. So actually he was always kind of like a father figure, and she always looked up at him. He's always had an eye and a hand for horses, and he would actually find a jammed up, worn out horse, and I would buy the horse, and he would like piece the horse back together, actually, literally, And he would work extra jobs just to be able to get this horse going for Taci, And I was a single parent, and it was not easy. It was not easy at all. And I would work extra jobs to help. I had to, feed, entry fees, diesel to get her going, and everything that she needed. That never slowed us down, though. The lack of funds. We had to work hard. I drove hours one way for a 6-year-old to go to youth rodeos, but look at her now. Look at it, paid off.
Yeah, there's Taci, around Top, Texas. Come on, Miss T. All right, folks, let's do it.
When she gets around that third barrel, help, help, help.
Wow. Oh, the fastest so far, 1691.
He didn't even look like he was trying. Holy cow.
First time I met Taci, We grew up together, we were kids. My aunt actually babysat her, so we've known each other since we were tiny. I probably don't even remember the first time that I met her.
I met Jeremy, probably when Taci first started coming around, because she has dated Jeremy since she was 16. So I think I've known Jeremy almost as long as I've known Taci, because he's always been hanging around, wanting to get to know everybody that knew Taci.
Oh my God, those two, it was like love at first sight. You know, it was like they met up again and they were like, and oh my God.
It was really kind of a weird story.
One night I was with my friends, we went to the movies, stopped at her cousin's house, and
Jeremy's truck happened to die in their driveway, and he was there, and I had kind of been seeing him around a little, and he had really long shaggy hair and scrawny, but kind of was crushing on him pretty good. And my aunt,
and her aunt kind of spilled the beans that Taci kind of had a little crush on me, and yeah, I was pretty nervous, didn't even have the courage to walk up, and even talk to her at that point.
And so this was that long ago. It was MySpace. He messaged me, and kind of the rest is history.
Been rocking and rolling ever since.
You're up back-to-back with Tammy Fisher tonight, and Tammy's probably not going to make it to the NFR. You obviously are. But talk to me about Tammy's impact on you and this whole year and your success this year.
I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. She's still showing me all the ropes. You can't learn this in 1 year. I think she's a blessing to my life. Just everything, learning everything on the road, the arenas, just everything. I mean, from at home to here. She's gonna go out there with me and help me and probably settle all my nerves, because I'm sure they're gonna take over. But I'm thankful for her.
So Taci started coming here probably when she was about 15. I was good friends with her brother, BJ, and he wanted her to get better. And Taci and Riley were the same age, and we high school rodeoed together. So she came here to get some lessons and some help, and we saw them at the high school rodeos. And so her and Riley were friends, they hung out. So she came here, she got some help, she got some lessons, and we've been working together ever since.
So in June of 2013, Tammy got hurt at the Weatherford Pro Rodeo.
I was running money out the gate at Weatherford, and when I got almost to the gate on my way out, a bull jumps, puts his front feet over the alley gate, and my horse ducks. It knocks me out instantly. I'm out for 25 minutes, out cold in the arena. Well, of course, Taci's coming the next morning.
So she got hurt, and as tough as nails as she is, I text her, I'm like, we don't have to come. I mean, I'm not gonna come ride Smash today. Like, I know you're hurt. And she was like, no, I'll come down there. It's no big deal. So she goes down on the gator, and we still ride. And
so I have this horse, Smash. He's big, he's ugly, huge head. I've taken him to 2 jackpots, and she's like,
oh, this horse is a little bit quirky.
I know that you don't think he's that great, but he's great. He's great. He's not crazy like the other one. You're going to love him.
But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride him. Anything, just anything that wants to go around the barrels and stuff, I'm gonna do this. So I took him.
And in 2 weeks, she calls and says, I have bad news. And I said, there cannot be bad news. He's not crazy. He can't have done anything stupid. She said, yes, but you're not getting him back. And I'm broke.
And we didn't have 2 pennies to rub together.
I just got married, and so I'm gonna need a payment plan. I said, no, there's no payment plan. He's not for sale, and you can't have him.
I was like, I think you really need to sell me this horse. And she was like, no, just keep running him, just keep running him.
Well, as you can see, I didn't get him back. She got the payment plan.
She could see the bond that we had, and she knew that there was a connection there. And so she finally sold him to me, and I didn't even have the money to pay her straight. I had to do a payment plan, and now that I look back, I just so blessed and fortunate to be able to do something like that.
and then we'll tell you the story about the next lady. Watch this, rookie. Watch her. Watch her. Yep, go on. Round Top, Texas. Good, Taci. Oh! 1744. All right, Brooks, tell them the rest of the story.
So this is how I get a list of what rodeos we're entering. Piece of paper. First, it used to look like Chinese to me. Now I clearly can read it. Tammy handed me this and said, this is the rodeos that we're entering. Tulsa, Hempstead, Rosenberg. Then the All-American Finals. Or actually probably Seguin, Henderson, Belleville. All-American Finals, but yes, this is, she first handed me this in March. I looked at it, I flipped it, I looked back and I said, I don't know how to read this. This is gibberish. But I tell you what, after you enter all those rodeos over the summer, you quickly get the handle on this, what exactly this is reading. And it's just on the back of any kind of paper, no telling what it's on.
Taci and Smash took a real progressive approach. He took his time, she took her time.
I'm still not fast at getting one going. And so I was a little bit slow, but I was hitting fast runs in the 1D or, you know, things like that.
I think when she got him, he had been entered once, and it was kind of a little jackpot, just going through the barrels kind of slow. We went everywhere from Tuesday nights in Sealy, just kind of going to get a run in, to starting to work into some of the bigger jackpots and the elites and stuff like that. He just kept everything. Every time she asked him for something more, he would give it to her.
Each run, he just got better and better and better.
You know, just kept going from there, and he just seemed to get stronger and more responsive to it. And
I think that benefited me the most was that, just coming out here and riding every single day. And him just staying at it and going to the barrel races on the weekend or going to Sealy every Tuesday night. And I said I wouldn't stop going there till I won it, and I won it, and then...
We go to some other jackpots too, but she gets him to win and gets him to win and gets him to winning.
Taci Bettis from Round Top, Texas. Riding bogey is a smash.
And then I'm like, okay, now we have to go outside your comfort zone. We have to go to some other arenas and win.
Going to the bigger jackpots like the elite and trying to get in there, those were intimidating at first. I didn't want to go fast enough. I think that all led into the start of maybe thinking about rodeoing. So in 2015, I started winning like bigger barrel races that had 800 entered or, 500. And I was kind of getting more confident, not, getting so nervous, but riding him right. And that's when I started kind of thinking, wow, he's really catching on.
after the 2016, her rookie season, or her amateur rodeo season, it was kind of, hey, Tammy and I are going to go out on the road, and it almost wasn't even a discussion. That's what she knew that she needed to do. That's what she knew that Smash could handle it. And
he said, okay, so, well, that's fine. Well, then when it came down to it, hey, I'm going to leave in the middle of June.
I may be home after the 4th of July. I at least have to stay out there for the 4th of July run. And so I had planned to come out there around the 4th of July just to see how things were going, check in with her, come see her, and if she was ready to come home, we were going to come home. If she hadn't done that well, wasn't much money. She had a pretty good start to the summer, and then it was kind of 4th of July turned into August, and August turned into Labor Day, and then she was kind of like, hey, it might be, you know, my birthday's in September, so she was like, I might not even see you for your birthday. Our anniversary is in August. We mailed each other our anniversary presents.
It was an adjustment for both of us. I was homesick. I didn't realize I was so homebody, and he was taking care of our whole place and his job and worrying about me being out there on the road.
It wore on me quite a bit. A lot of sleepless nights, you know, worrying about them being on the road. And
if she really knew how Jeremy actually felt inside, because I mean, he didn't have to tell me, I saw it. And I knew that she was homesick herself, but you know, she was up there and, you know, she was trying to do good and she was trying to get to the NFR, you know, and she was doing the best that she could. That, you know, that would kind of keep her busy a little bit, where he was over here at the house by himself, and he would work even later than usual because, I mean, there wasn't nobody at the house anyway.
We now know, hey, this is how it's gonna be. This is how we're gonna do things a little bit different, figure out things, but he never once complained or ever thought this was just dumb, or, I mean, supported me every single day out there.
you know, it wears on you. Kind of, I dropped about 25 pounds this summer.
It was hard on them. And it was hard on me to see that, because I felt so, you know, because honestly, there was nothing that I could do, you know, other than go over there and wash for him and cook for him so he could have some home-cooked meals while she was gone.
Finishing up the tie down, they have the introduction of the queens, mutton busting, saddle bronc, team roping, county team roping, then the barrels. Not many turn out, so it's gonna be about right at 9-10 probably. I do like being closer to home, and back here running at these closer rodeos, you get more of your family and friends coming out here to watch you again, like it was before you left. It's a little bit warmer, but they adjust just fine back from being 60s at night over there and back to 80s and 90s here. They've seemed to adjust just fine and acclimate back. I mean, it's been good.
Some people's got some pretty good rhythm tonight. We appreciate your participation. Let's go to Brent Snyder, Texas.
When I left, I just wanted to experience what it was out there. I didn't have the money just to stay out there and keep rodeoing, so I didn't know how long it would be until we'd come home, but I was gonna have to win to stay out there. I couldn't stay out there and not win. My goal was to win Rookie of the Year and try to make my circuit finals. When we left in June, I had my circuit finals made, so that was off. Pressure was off. I hit really big at Reno, and that was the second week we were out there.
She hit a couple of weeks where she was winning 10,000 a week, and the numbers just kept piling up and adding up. And
so then we went to another week and I won again, a couple thousand. Over 4th of July, I won just a tick over 10,000.
From the week that she left, I mean, it was hitting it, winning left and right. And I mean, Smash kept just running faster and faster. And it seems like the more she was running him, instead of him getting tired, he was running faster. And I mean, it was boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh my God.
And I was just climbing the standings.
Let me ask you about the Rookie of the Year race, because Holly Wright's in the number 2 spot. She's won like 26,000. You've won whatever it is, 92, 94,000. I don't remember many years where somebody in any event wins the Rookie by that much.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'll look at it a little bit, you know, in the past years, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
I know there's been battles at the NFR where two rookies are battling it out. But that was a goal, to win Rookie of the Year and make the circuit finals. It's also every girl's dream to make it to the NFR.
Sure.
I just didn't know it'd be done in the first year.
Sure.
By the middle of July, I was in the top 15, And I thought, I think I have a chance at making the NFR.
You know, we kind of started looking at the standings and realizing, hey, you know, there may be a legitimate chance that she has to make the NFR, but
there's a lot of rodeoing left. And so I just had to stick with the same game plan, what I was doing, week by week, just going. And I was starting to want to come home, and each week I just kept hitting big, and I just kept climbing and climbing and climbing.
I would watch it on Facebook, like, you know, somebody was there live feeding it. I would watch it, and half the time I was like, oh my God, hurry, Taci, hurry, don't hit it, hurry. Like if I was there, it was, oh my God, if somebody would have videoed me, it was hilarious. And then I'd boo-hoo, you know, because she, you know, when she would win it, and sometimes I'd go back and look at it, oh my God.
So we were at Cheyenne, and I won the I split the second round, and I said, what is a safe number? Like 75? So I asked Sherry, what's a safe number? And she was like, I think you should stay until you get to 90. I think 90 is a safe number. And I had $76,000, and I thought, I'm never gonna win that much before the end of the season's over. And Jeremy and Tammy are saying, you gotta stick it out, we can do this, And so I finally convinced myself that, okay, yeah, it's good, you know, we can do this. But I was thinking that it wasn't gonna be till September. And so I told Jeremy, I don't think I'm gonna be home till the middle, probably the earliest of September. And I went to, I can't really remember where the first week in August, but I hit really good. The second week of August was Caldwell, Idaho, Gooding, Idaho, Billings, and Kalispell. We went to all those rodeos, and I won another $10,000. And that put me at $90,030. And I said, I'm going home. I want to go home. All those Texas rodeos are back home towards the end. We're gonna take a little break. And so I'd never thought that I would ever be able to go home at the middle of August. But I did. I got it done, and I never knew that I thought I could get it done that fast. I didn't want to talk about making the NFR anything until the last week of September. I wouldn't hardly talk about it. You know, people would ask me, oh my God, and I'm like, it's not over with. You know, I knew I was in, but we were gonna see where it all laid out. And so finally I went to the Champions Challenge at Sioux Falls, and I placed in both rounds. And we had 15 hours to drive home, so you had a lot of time to think about, just thinking about your summer or where you've come. And I still don't have words for, I just made the NFR. And it's still so unreal to me to think that. But I also look back, and it was a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, all of that. And I know that that's why we're where we are at. But it's still just unreal to me that we just made the NFR.
Thank you, boys. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Most people can't do what Taci did this year. They don't realize how much work we put into it. And we didn't have a whole year. We got in no limited rodeos at all. We started in March at 0. And we didn't really go till the summer. We kicked off the summer run, and we killed them. She trusted me. I entered us where I thought was best for our horses. I kind of know him. I kind of thought I knew my mare. I entered us, I had a plan, we went with it. We were on a shortened schedule for most people. Taci has a full-time job, I have a full-time job, and I have a kid.
I could not have done this at all without Tammy. If I would have been out there and as a rookie, I would have been lost everywhere. She showed me the odds and ends. She's still teaching me how she enters. I couldn't have done any of this. She's been there every step of the way, and I'm very blessed to have her. Jeremy, he gave me all the support. Whatever the decision I made or whatever I needed, he sacrificed, he went without. He didn't go somewhere so that I could go to the rodeo, or or if I needed help driving, he just stop everything that he was doing to help me. He's been supportive through it all and will continue. My mom for 26 years has done anything that she could do, and I think that's why I'm the strong person that I am today, because we made do with what we had and we made it work.
The thing that I'm most proud of after this entire process is the amount of work that Taci's put in with Smash, the amount of work he's put in. It definitely wasn't something that came overnight. They worked at this for a long time and put in a lot of long hours, a lot of early mornings. Any chance she gets, they're in the practice pen. Even 2-3 years ago, she took every advantage, every opportunity she had, and really put the time and the work in. And to see someone that committed to being successful and actually making something, and then to see it kind of pay off, and if, regardless of what happens from today forward, I definitely think that all that work has been paid back.
Well, like when we would go to Rodeo Houston, and I would sit there and I would daydream, and I'd have her with me, and and I'd watch the barrel race, and I would always say, my dream one day is to see her run at Rodeo Houston. That was like a bucket list. And I have always said that. Well, now, I'm gonna get to watch her run at the NFR before I get to watch her run at Rodeo Houston. It's unbelievable. I mean, my heart is full. My heart is, it is the utmost. I mean, I have no words. I have no words.